Hi guys, today we are going to show you. I'm going to show you some gameplays of well, Electric gameplay. Right? Yeah, I'm trying new decks of IGN frequently. I don't know. I feel bored sometimes. I like playing IGN, but I like to change some things up as well to not make it too repetitive. Yeah, here. I'm using two stone. Um, I think it's good to have some sworn, because I don't have guards, I don't have Goblin Heart anymore. But the Ice Wiz does so well to defend. This looks like a splasher, kind of. But yeah. Here I go with Nair, of course. This is a very bad play when they do like the if they know I have NATO and they go with the fisherman like that, it's a bad play because that's 100% going to get NATO. So yeah, here we use Ice Wiz plus the Barbara to defend that furnace. And we have Baby Drag Evo, but still we're not going to do any crazy push at the moment. I think we just use her. Yes, and to defend here, I was a bit scared because of that mother witch, but thankfully she locked into the baby dragon instead of, Skellies. That could become a farm of pigs. And yeah, we are just chilling. We have a nice lead. Here, I think I got Ice Wiz plus, Ice Wiz plus the night thing afterwards to protect my Ice Wiz. I don't know if the monk kills it. I think not. It doesn't. Here you go with a nice lightning to kill all of that. I go. He has lightning and the vines spell. That's bold. Here I go with nail plus thanks to the Ice Wish, the kills as well the Mother Wish. I think it gets a hit even after all that, but it's okay. It's still not over. Um, what should be done against RG? Depends on the RG deck, but usually it's to just like I think go same lane, but if you have a ton of damage, go opposite lane and just like most decks when you're playing Giant is to just go like defend attack, never go for a Giant naked or something like that. Next match. Here, we'll be facing Jose Samaro, which is playing Graveyard, this popular deck, which is back in the meta. So yeah, we are facing Graveyard, which I don't know. I'm not sure if with this version of Ijang is a bad or good deck to go against. Usually Graveyard is counter of Ijang, but I don't know. I've been winning Graveyard pretty constantly, frequently. These last times I faced it, which I'm facing like every day. Every day I'm playing against Graveyard. Yeah, maybe it's not that. Maybe it's 50-50 or I don't know, but sometimes I think it depends on how the player plays, right? But it's like so every match, so I don't know. Here he go with a bad Goblin Hub. Here had the two options, going Egen, going Lightning, but I don't want to risk it. But I think it was I was better going. Maybe not. Maybe it was good Lightning because he had like vines and Night. Here I just spam him because I know he was low, very low in elixir, so just spawning, spamming, sorry, spamming troops to do some damage. Here I get good damage, my friend, and we are 25. Wow, that was like almost 2k of damage with just a knight and ice whiz. Yeah. And I don't know if it's a good card to use nowadays, the Tombstone, but I don't know. I feel good sometimes. I feel good since I don't like to use the Goblin Hut in this one because I already have two cards that are like air defense. Here is a defense. When they go like that, usually you can just go like um, block and go with Ice Wheel or Barbarian. Since the tower is helping on the graveyard, you don't have to spend much on the graveyard to defend. Here, since I have a very high LA, like I'm doing a lot. I'm 2k up, more than 2k up in damage, I think. And yeah, well, almost 2k. Sorry, I mean, yeah. Here he goes. That's the bad thing. Defensive Egen is kind of useless now because they just go vines and they eat your Egen. So it's a bit dangerous to go with Egen defensively nowadays because of that spell. Look at that witch is like healing so much. I think it is the moment I know is just like going cars in the back and blocking the bridge. Literally, that's all I have to do. Here, I prefer to line in the ice whiz. Why? Because I get lightning damage, and that Ichen is not going to break through anyway. So why even bother when I can kill that goblin hut with baby drag or barbara? So it's not like very like something dangerous for it to stay alive. Here, same. We try to block the bridge, protect the baby drag, and he uses bind on offense. So here, it was over for him. That was such a bad bind, but I understand him a bit as well why he did that because how can he get damage if he doesn't do that, right? He can get damage. Okay, so and we keep like that for like the whole game, just blocking the bridge. But that's because we had some damage. We had an early lead, so otherwise my playstyle would have been different. I think. Notice how when you are winning and they go with that desperate play of Guerrilla plus 9, you can go block bridge or you can go like NATO. So that the important thing is the Princess Tower to like help on the graveyard, not anything else. Because look the other side, he forgot to defend. Yeah, the important thing to win against Guerrilla, I think, is always when they go graveyard is like you have to like you know make sure the Princess Tower is on the graveyard, hitting skeletons. Here it's different because well, he does not have graveyard freeze, right? But he'll place the freeze with the vines. But graveyard freeze is so much worse. Vines not so much because it will not like well, actually it's very good against my deck because I don't have a lot of swarm. It may be better, who knows? But it's bad because you cannot avoid it. He goes like just with vines and sorry, I was yawning. He goes just with here lining to kill all that. He would just go with like vines and kind of cook. But here in this match, I got saved because he forgot to attack with one brawler. With the goblin cage, he led alive with no support of one of them and one of those goblins. One of those big goblins, and well, I activated my king tower. So if not for that, maybe I think yeah, maybe I think I would have lost the game, to be honest. Here, Ijan defensively, another advantage I had as well is that he didn't have the Goblin Cage Evo. That was so good for me because he had instead the Evo Inferno Dragon and Evo Furnace. So here I got lucky. The bowling is not lying out on my tower, to be honest. Yeah, you will see next. You will see soon what how I activated my key tower. That was a like a bad mistake from my friend. But yeah, he just when you have Gurja, I don't think you should let that happen to any. You should like always support the Golden Brawler or something. Here you go, Baby Drag on the side with the bowling. Why? Because he was going to use Inferno Dragon to try to kill my Baby Drag, right? And the other side can defend easily with just an eye. But yeah, he did that. I go lightning and defended much better. Here, I was scared a bit because Furnace, I think, didn't die. And there was an evil Furnace on the other side as well. So, but still, I defended pretty well. I think here I'm preparing for the Graveyard. I predict with the, the Tombstone, and he goes with that vine spell. Here, but Double Red was not very good. But look at the Goblin Brawler. I activate my Kintara, and wow, that's so good for me. That was spectacular, actually. That was perfect because now my defenses will be a bit easier. I just have to put like my troops on always on the other side, far away from my king tower, and it will be hard for him to like bind everything. You know. For example, I couldn't go with the tombstone on high on. I mean, in front of my princess tower to not get bind spell bind value for him because of the golden knight. It would be bad. So sadly, I gave him some bind value, but I think it was better than just letting my golden his golden knight connect to my tower. But still looking pretty good here. I go with NATO to kill the here I don't know what he did. He just didn't care about the defense at all. I was not going to lose my tower with that push, but he was. So that was the worst attack I ever seen, to be honest. But yeah, that was just game because of that. A bit like and yeah, for the last match, we were facing Golem. Um, Good to be honest, here I don't know who has matched to be honest because I mean I have lightning right, but I have to decide where to use my lightning. He has Prince as well. He has minions too, which I mean I have Ice Wiz and Baby Drag, but I don't know. I feel like if he plays well, makes a good push, he can like overwhelm me. Even though I have good defenses for his push, but going is strong right now at this moment. Is kind of a meta golem as well. I don't know, but at least I have the tombstone for the prince. What I have not noticed when they have golem. I have when they have golem and collector is to never use the lightning actually on the collector because I think it's about play just because it's very like it's not a positive trade. You lose one elixir always because of that. If you lightning at once, because if you don't lightning at once, it's not worth it lightning anymore because you will lose like 2 to 3 elixir. So you have to lightning at once. It will just allow them to go golem in the back or something. So never just pressure when they go like collector, they see collector. Don't go lightning because also if you don't have lightning for the Evo Electro Drag, um, well, you are pretty much over because that thing will just kill your push instantly, almost instantly. So yeah, it's a bit hard to play if you don't know what to do. Here I go Ijan on the opposite side so that he will use his troops as well on the other side and not behind the golem. Here I go Nero to kill the minions. Sadly, they have to get used with NATO to for that the giant to kill. Here I have the tombstone again. Good thing is I can cycle multiple tombstone since my deck is not that expensive, 2.9. So here I think I use NATO to just like kill the minions, most important part. Perfect defense, just perfect defense like with NATO, Baby Drag, Tombstone, Ice Wiz. It's perfect. Maybe hard match, maybe no. I don't know. I'm not sure, but I don't win most. I mean, if they play well, they can definitely beat me. As you can see now, we are like I'm kind of low. Yeah, 3,800 in the world. I will try to be pushing a bit higher. Try to not be so low, but I think it's not that bad either. So yeah, guys, I will see you in the next video.